University of Kentucky will introduce John Calipari as its new men's basketball coach tomorrow morning. Calipari is now on Kentucky soil. He landed at a private airfield in Jessamine County just moments ago. The video is a little dark here, but this was just moments ago. Our cameras were kept quite a distance away. Many expect him to go to Bluegrass Airport, where hundreds of people were waiting to greet him, we understand. But again, John Calipari arrived at a private airfield in Jessamine County within the last half hour. Now, Calipari is expected to become the highest paid coach in college basketball, with a deal that reportedly is worth $35 million over 8 years. WKYT Sports Director Jeff Archer joins us now with more as we begin our top story team coverage at 11.
Steve, it is official. The University of Kentucky has confirmed that they have signed John Calipari to an 8-year deal. Calipari confirmed the rumors earlier tonight with a text message to ESPN's Andy Katz that simply read, quote, "I'm accepting the UK job. Go Big Blue, Coach Cal." Now, there's a news conference scheduled for 9:30 a.m. in the Joe Kraft Center to announce the new men's basketball coach. John Calipari is a man who knows how to win. Rob Bromley has more.
Anyone who knows basketball knows about John Calipari. He's won games with that guard-oriented, fast-breaking style, so successful already in the college ranks. Now he gets his chance on college basketball's biggest stage. John Calipari made a name for himself at UMass back in the 1990s. He coached the Minutemen from 1988 to 1996. His final team made the Final Four at the Meadowlands, losing to Kentucky in the semifinals. That team finished 35-2. Calipari won National Coach of the Year. Coach Cal then jumped to the NBA, where he was on the bench with the New Jersey Nets, but he was fired just 20 games into his third season. His team had won only 3 games. Calipari joined the staff of Larry Brown as an assistant in Philadelphia. Brown then urged him to go to Memphis, and in 2000 he was back in the college ranks, taking over the Tiger program. In 9 years, his teams have piled up 252 wins. The last 4 years, Memphis has won at least 33 games, dominating Conference USA. In 2008, the Tigers made it to the national championship game before falling to Kansas in the finals. Winning has never been a problem. Now he gets his chance with the winningest program in college basketball. Calipari boasts an excellent graduation rate, and he's known for what he does off the court, giving back to the community. He's much sought after as a motivational speaker. He began his coaching career out of Kansas, a graduate assistant under Ted Owens back in 1983. He's come a long ways. Back to you.
And of course, lots of questions still remain about recruiting and such, who he brings with him. Those questions still have to be answered.
Yeah, well, you know, it's interesting because the top center in the nation committed to Memphis last month, but he wasn't allowed to sign until, well, coming up here in a couple weeks when the signing period starts in April. So he can obviously come to UK if Coach Calipari wants him to. And he's the best center in the nation, so obviously Coach Calipari is going to want him to. We'll have to see if he can bring him. Another guy to keep your eye on is John Wall in North Carolina. He's the top-rated point guard in the nation. It's another one Calipari's been trying to woo, and he hasn't committed or signed anywhere, so he's also out there. And another one of their players is the top shooting guard in the nation, Javier Henry, and he signed with Memphis, but in that signing, in that letter of intent, it said he had the right to be released if Coach Calipari wasn't there. So obviously he said earlier today in comments made on ESPN that he would reopen his recruiting, which means that there's a good chance all 3 of those players could be coming to UK, or 2 of the 3, or some grouping of those 3 along with the guys that UK has already signed.
Right, so it sounds like Kentucky could really have a great team right off the bat with Coach Cal, as they call him.
Yeah, if he comes here and brings some of that talent, he keeps some of those good recruits that are supposed to be coming in, and of course if Patrick Patterson, Jody Meek stay, like they have kind of hinted they will, especially Patrick Patterson has said he will stay, that could be a team that will compete next year and be ready to go immediately.
Again, John Calipari will be officially introduced as UK's coach at 9:30 tomorrow morning in the Joe Kraft Center, and I assume we will carry that live. I haven't heard the final plans, but I would assume that will be live here on WKYT. Jeff, we'll get back to you later in sports. Right. Thank you very much. For more on UK hiring Coach John Calipari, just go to our web channel, WKYTnews.com, and you can also leave your comments. In our latest web poll, we wanted to know who you think should be hired as Kentucky's next basketball coach. More than 31% of you wanted Rick Pitino, the Louisville coach, while 21% said Travis Ford. John Calipari came in a close third with 18%. Now, our new poll asks, how far do you think Kentucky will go in next year's NCAA tournament? Vote right now at WKYTnews.com. We'll have those results tomorrow.